good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the SkillsFuture Festival X Smart Nation 2022 webinar series organized by SkillsFuture Singapore and Smart Nation Office. I'm Celestine and I'll be your host for this session. Today, we will learn about the fundamentals of video editing with tools found on your smartphone and the Quick app, followed by a Q&A to wrap up the session. During the webinar, please feel free to type in your questions using the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen. The speaker will address them accordingly. Without further ado, let's welcome Chwee Hock, Lecturer, School of Design and Media of Nanyang Polytechnic. Chwee Hock, please.
Hi, hello everyone. So I'm Chwee Hock here. So I'm a lecturer in Nanyang Polytechnic. Okay, so let's start the webinar. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen here and full screen. Okay, everything okay? Everybody can see?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So today everybody will be kind of like spend this 2 hours of your time learning about the easy way in smartphone video editing. So let's move on. Okay, I would like everybody to scan this QR code. This is some materials for you to take away, to take home with. There are some links for you to kind of read further more about in terms of editing and stuff. Also, there are the slides and some cheat sheet for you to bring home with. Okay. So can maybe we wait slightly a little while, or okay, then probably I shall move on now. Or is there any way that they can say that everybody is okay? I think now we are currently, some are still coming in. I will wait another maybe 1 or 2 minutes more. Okay, please scan. Okay, so I think it's okay if, let's say, you did whoever just joined didn't manage to get this chance to scan this. I shall later on in the middle part of the webinar, I will have another. It will be the same. I will have another QR code. It will be the same folder, and then you'll scan again. Okay. Okay, let's move on. So please do note that this session is recorded for auditing purposes. So, and also some disclaimer is that, as in all media materials, photos shown in this presentation are purely used for training purposes, only in illustrating examples of photography or videography techniques. Okay, so more of like let everybody aware of this. Okay, so here this is me. I'm the instructor here. Thank you. So let's move on. Okay, so by end of this 2-hour webinar, this is what the learners will learn. Okay, so first part will be communicate in basic videography language. Okay, then you'll be learning also applying basic editing techniques to edit videos using a smartphone app. Okay, this is an app that is very easy to use. Okay, export video to social media platform in relevant ratio format. Use basic compositional techniques to film and covers events. Okay, also you will learn how to like add text and music to the video. Okay, let's move on. Here just a quick run through of what today's webinar timing program will be. So definitely at 12 to 10, 12:10 it will be a welcoming admin brief. So followed by the first part, I'll be sharing with you guys basic compositional techniques, types of shot, rule of thirds, moving camera, resolution plus ratio. So I'll be covering this at the first part. Then we will take a 10-minute break, followed by coming back to the second part of it will be touching on basic video editing, and then using this app. Yeah, this app is actually from GoPro. If you guys are familiar with this camera, GoPro. Okay, So then at the end of it will be Q&A, some questions, or if you all have any question, you can ask during at the end at around 1:50. Okay, so let's proceed on with the first part. So the first part, basic compositional techniques. So here is to let you all learn how to put together the visual elements to create distinct image, okay? And also to create distinct image. These are the 4 areas that I'll be covering. Basically, these are basic for you to kind of like start on with if you are very interested in video photography, video camera, video editing and stuff, okay? So I'll be covering with types of shots, rule of third, moving cameras, resolution, and aspect ratio. Okay, let's move on. So type of shots, okay, basically type of shot has 3 things that we need to be covering also. So there will be framing, angling, descriptive, okay? So what are all these? So let's move on to the first one, framing. So I guess everybody watch show before or look at advertisement ads, look at photos, photography. People take nice photo of actresses, right? Famous actresses and stuff, or actor. So you probably might already have this, but now more of like to as in have this to to already look at all this advertisement before. So you probably might like, hey, all this sounds very familiar, but here are some tips for you to kind of like break things down to actually understand why certain advertisements have certain camera framing and stuff, right? So like for example, here there will be I'll be covering like a extreme close-up, which is the eye level. We're going very close up of the characters. I'll be covering close-up shots, medium shots, full shot or long shot, and extreme wide shot. Okay. So let's move on. So this is for framing wise, right? No matter what, when we are framing the characters, right, we will actually leave some head space. Okay, this is something for us to take note with. Okay. So again, just want to let you guys know that all media and materials shown in this presentation are purely used for training purposes, only in illustrating examples of photography, videography techniques, okay? So types of framing. So this is probably once I show this, you all will be like familiar with. It's like some drama show that you all watch will be going like very close up when they have reaction, right? So these are whenever a character is like angry, then it will go closer to the eyes, showing maybe like a fight scene, showing like the sweat dripping. So these are all we call it extreme close-up to really get into the details and really into emotional of the characters. But before extreme close-up, usually we will show the characters maybe mid shot first, which is the next one. We'll show a kind of a close up first so that we can anticipate the audience with the actor reaction first, like before he wants to, maybe that actor is like in fear, the sweat is dripping, then we want the director or whoever, the photographer will be want to go a little bit close up to see really the intense emotion of the eyes. Okay, so this is close up. Okay. And then medium shots, right? A lot of shows or talking, right? Drama series they watch, one character talk to the other. We wouldn't go a full body shot because we wouldn't see their acting. So we will establish where the character position is, and then we'll kind of go medium shot to at least get the audience to know that character A is talking to character B, right? And then we can really see the emotion a little bit. If it's going too far, audience can't notice their emotion. Okay, so next will be long shot. So basically, long shot is usually we use for establishing all characters, where they are also, and also especially if you're doing photography, it'll be like a group shots, right? Like for for drama series, no matter whenever we enter a place, right, we will have a establishing shot first to see the place. Then if you want to introduce a character, a lot of time we will introduce the character with a long shot first, right? How many characters are there? Who will be interacting with who, right? Okay. So so another to illustrate, here will be extreme close up, then here will be close up, here will be medium shot, and this whole thing will be long shot. Okay. Okay. So then let's move on. Next will be more examples of extreme long shot here. So like if you got a huge group, right, definitely you will need extreme long shot, right? So just now we talk about long shot and wide shot, right? So like if you have a huge group, we will call it extreme long shot, right? Okay. Then the next point, the next thing I'll be touching on will be angling, right? So before that is all the shot framing, how you're going to frame really. So now you're going to talk about how you're going to tip the camera, or how to angle your camera up to give different emotion. Okay, like for example, the first Star Wars example, right? The angling will be at the eye level. So usually with to establish character talking, acting, we will usually use the eye level to get the audience to kind of like at the same level, so that the audience uh, uh, can relate to. Okay, so then the next one will be high angle shot. Okay, so these are different angles of shot to give different emotion. So high angle shot, now the angle is actually at the top of the framing, and then the camera angle is actually tilting downwards. So for this kind of shot is to show power, or show villain. Like for example, this is Darth Vader villain shot, right? So is to mainly to show power lah. Also this either a villain or the king of the empire, right? Usually we'll use this to show that he has all the power. Okay, I think in a lot of movies you will definitely encounter or seen this kind of angling shot before. Next will be a low angle, so meaning that the camera is actually lower below and then tilting up. So this is to establish the kind of like sorry, my area has planes by, okay, cool, sorry. So this is to show especially villain shots, right? So you show, it's also to show power, but more of this character, the like for example, Darth Vader is a powerful villain, right? So we use this to give the sense of that power, right? For the first one, the angling shot, right, the angle down one, is to show that he has the power to really change the world. For the other one is that he has the power to kind of like when this character step in, right? If you imagine, if you use this, you wouldn't feel that much. You will see, you feel that it's an ordinary person. If if you're using the low angle shot, right, for example, the below one, once this character step in, you will feel that wow, this character is very important. I think maybe the looks will tell the audience more. If let's say it's a king, then we know that wow, this character is a king, very powerful, right? Or now it's a Dark Vader, you will know that so dark, so it's a villain. Okay. So we also use this in photography, where we use this kind of angling in for example here, NDP is coming in soon, right? So we use this to also to show a little bit of power there, to establish the whole scene up, to feel that this NDP is very is a big event. Okay, so that's why and also we want to show a lot of like uh, the army marching. So that's why using this angle is to really like show that it's a big event. So the angling level will be at this, okay, tilting up. Okay, Then these are kind of the normal event, right? We will usually go with eye level. Okay. Then same thing here. We will go with eye level also, right? To show that a group photo is an event, we'll use the eye level. And then for types, this is like if you're in an occasion where people comes together and have a meal, right? In festive season, right? Like this case, right? So we want to show the people around, right? Secondly, we want to let people know that all the nice foods on the table and stuff, right? So we will use angling also, angling down to show more uh the overall feel of the whole event, right? Plus the food, right? So that's why we will take the angle down, right? When we will raise your camera up, right? So then this to let everybody know the angling is actually at eye level here, slightly tipped down. But here is to show the whole group where they are, right? And sometimes if let's say you will want the group to feel less not so important, you want to show the whole area up. At this shot, we will probably nail it down a little bit, angle up a little bit, so that we can still see the group standing there, but we will see more of the environment. So sometimes we do that if we think that the group is less important because we want to show the where they are, right? Okay, so like event like that, definitely to show uh, people what are they doing, stuff. We definitely need an angling up. So these are some of the useful uh, tips to let you know why you need to angle a little bit to kind of like help you out when in the future you are going for certain events, right? Okay. So now next will be um, descriptive. Okay, what are descriptive type of shots? Okay, so my over here there's slightly a little bit more planes. Okay, I think it's going back. Okay, cool. So descriptive will be right. There will be establishing shot. Establishing means, I mean, the word say itself, right? Is to establish where are you, right? And then also descriptive shot will be over the shoulder shot. Okay. So descriptive shot will be over the shoulder shot where you once you take a look at this, you probably will be familiar when I mean we all watch movie. So whenever a character talks to the other character, you don't want to focus more on the back face one, right? So that's why she is being put aside so that we over the shoulder shot. We will want to show more emotion to the this character here. So that's why we often use this to establish that there's two characters talking, right? But the one character is really listening, right, to the other one. So we'll use this as a over the shoulder shot. Then the next one we also sorry for this kind of over the shoulder shot, right? We will actually use the camera to kind of like frame it. That's what you can see here, right? Over the shoulder shot. Okay, so then point of view, definitely familiar, right? When you watch show, maybe a character gets knocked down, then fall down, and then the camera cut to that character's point of view, looking at the rest of the character, right? So descriptive shots. Okay, so when we watch show, right, all these descriptive shots, we can also use it in events for your own events for your own photography that you want to. Okay, so like for example, if you are going in a big event, right, we will kind of like you want to establish the whole area up, so we will find a higher ground that you can see everybody's there. So this we will call it establishing shot. Also, this is also we call establishing shot where you want to see the whole group plus you want to see where are they. especially the main entrance. You want to see the River Safari logo there. So we establish where are they, and these are the groups here. So we call this establishing shot. Also, here we'll be establishing this event here, right? As you can notice, we don't have one standout character standing in the foreground, right? Because once you have a one character standing in the foreground, your framing, your descriptive of the shot will kind of like being obstructed and then being interrupted, where when I look at the picture, I will kind of like look at it, I will notice the bigger character standing here first rather than the rest of the audience and stuff, and then the environment. So that's why establishing shot, we will never have anything obstructing the foreground, so that we can really see the whole event of it. Unless the foreground is something like maybe there's a pillar there that is obstructing you, or maybe outdoor you want to have some foreground of a tree, that is fine. But we will, for that establishing shot, we will usually frame it at the corner so that it still feels like you're establishing up the whole shot for framing purposes. Okay. So next, this one, over the shoulder shot. Okay. So again, just now I talked about, if you want two characters talking to each other in show and movie, we often use this kind of framing. The camera will be at the back of the character, which we want the audience to know that he is for example, here the Spider-Man is talking to the other character, but we don't want Spider-Man to stand out. We will want the next character to really stand out to the audience. So we'll use that in movies to have both conversation, right? And to let the audience know that there's two person talking. Okay, so for this is in movie. In real life, we also do use that in photography. We also do use that. So like this event, right? We definitely, the characters here, this is also called over the shoulder shot. Definitely the characters here, we don't want the audience to really like notice or really focus them, but we will want the audience to feel that they are doing something. These two characters are doing something, and then what they are doing. So that's why we use the over shoulder shot to frame it in such a way that when we look at the picture, we will know they are in an event, they are doing some craft work, but we will more focus on what craft work they are doing. So the focus will be more on the craft work, and especially because now these two here are, the camera is over their shoulder. So when we look at the framing, they will be less important, but whatever in the center here will be more important. And then when you look at the picture, we will notice what they are doing. Okay. So same thing here, is the same rule, right? So over the shoulder shot, this is a event, so probably a gathering of in a place where people come together and play games, right? So we will have same thing. We want to establish who are the people around, where are they, right? So, and then what are they doing? So as you can see here, once one look at it, you will from them here over the shoulder shot, because they are less important, but it will lead your eyes to see their events that they're playing. So this is kind of the framing that we usually use to tell the descriptive to it, to tell that they are in an event having fun, but actually the characters are there. We don't notice that much, but we will want whoever look at this photo to notice what they are doing more. Okay. So the next thing will be rule of third. Okay, this is a very useful rules. I mean, when we whoever have photography knowledge will know about this. But for those that likes photography and want to start off now, this is very important. It's how it's being framed, so that to let your composition of the photo stand out more. So what do we mean by rule of third? Okay, so Rule of third will be, as you can see, a framing will be break down into this grid equally, right? And then at the corner here, as you can see, the yellow box, the yellow circle here. So if you frame your characters here, right, it will tend to make your composition framing much more appealing to the eyes. So what do I mean by that is that, as you can see here, very nice photo, right? Very nice establishing shot. It feels right? And especially you see the flowers like going across the field, right? The lavender flowers and then the sky here. So what happens is this is that they are actually using the rule of third. So what do I mean by that is that first, you can see this composition is break into this grid, right? So it wouldn't have the horizon at the center. If it's at the center, it will kind of like, this photo will look a little bit off already. So no matter what we are framing, it's this ratio, this framing, right? So that's why whatever right at the center will look very jarring. So that's why to let your whoever look at this photo to have to ease their eyes up, we will kind of bring the horizon down to this level. Some will be even lower, right? But the much more what we want the audience to notice more will be put in this rule of third, right? So it will be at these four corners here, right? So that from far you look already, the tree will stand out already. So we wouldn't put a tree at the side, right? So then the whole thing will looks a little bit lopsided already. So always the important characters or anything like trees or what that we want the audience to be noticed of, we actually put in these four corners. Okay, so more example like this, very nice in the ice cave, right? As we want the audience to really look at the whole environment, but also we want the audience to know that this is an exploration, right? They just reach here and then this is very nice cave and stuff, right? So that's why this character here, once the first look when you look at this picture, you'll be like, wow, nice cave. But slowly your eyes will slowly look at this character here, right? So also to tell a descriptive picture so that we know that this is exploration, this person reached here, right? Explore this area. So that's why as you can see, same thing here, the horizon is always around here. It will not be at the center. It will, okay. So then the rule of third here, as you can see, the explorer was being framed around here so that everything leads to the characters here. And when we enjoy the environment ready, ice cave ready, then slowly our eyes will lead to this character here. Okay, so this will make your framing more pleasing to the eyes and also will help you to lead your audience to where you want them to focus on after that. Okay, like one look you will like, wow, this is ice cave, but slowly you'll notice, right, notice that this explorer is exploring the cave. Okay, so more will be like this one here. Same thing again, you see the horizon is always around the lower part of the framing. And then what we want the audience to notice will be, we will put at this rule of third here, okay? These four corners here, right? So then the next one, this one, then this will be slightly different really. Although the horizon is at the right place, but you will notice that, how come the Eiffel Tower is right at the center? Okay, in a lot of cases, this will break a little bit of the rules, but we still retain the horizon where it needs to be, right? We wouldn't let the horizon go right at the center. We will let it go below here, the lower part of the framing. But here is different because this Eiffel Tower is so huge, right? That's why if you're gonna frame anything that's so huge, right? We will want to kind of like don't want the okay. So for example, imagine if let's say this Eiffel Tower is being framed here, right? Everything will look too lopsided already, and then we will want the audience to really feel the whole Eiffel Tower, right, to stand out. That's why we place them exactly at the center, right? So this is this is more of another way. If let's say to help you out with, if let's say you are framing something big, maybe you are in the front of a big ship, right? You want to see the massive big ship, the big size of it. So we will do this. We will not frame it at the corner here at this point, because the whole composition will look lopsided. So we only apply this, we break a little bit of rules. We only apply this for like gigantic stuff, huge stuff that you want to feel the size, right? Okay, so next will be same thing here, as you can see, right? Now here is slightly different, right? As you can look, the horizon is at different place already, right? But we still sticking to the rules. The horizon is not at the center when we on the framing here. As you can see, the horizon is not at the center, but we will never frame the horizon in the center because it will be too equal, and then everything will be catching attention. You the rule of third, the way to go is to let the framing go off balance, so that you will from heavy stuff slowly lead you to the lighter stuff. For example, here, heavy stuff are the lavenders in the foreground, right? Then the field slowly goes far away. And then you can see now the horizon is at the top part of the framing. So then I will lead my eyes down to the horizon. You will see that, wow, such a big landscape here. Then whatever I want the audience to keep to be noticed of, you see here the church here. Once you look at the background, you will feel the landscape, but slowly your eyes will kind of like lead you to see this church here, right? That's why we want the audience to feel the landscape, but we also want to tell the story of this framing about, hey, this is a nice place, but the church, there's a huge church in this small town. Yeah, and then this church is very is the only church here, right? This is a small town, but you see this church so big. So we want to tell this kind of story to the audience. That's why we place the church here at the rule of third. Slowly, when the audience look at the whole landscape, and then the eyes will slowly lead to here, right? Okay. So next, this one, often when you see minister or whoever talking, right, we will always use the rule of third also. As you can see, same thing here, right? He will stay at this corner here. So you just imagine if, let's say, that he will be standing at the right center, right? Then everything will be too even out. You will kind of lose the idea of who he's talking to already, huh? So that's why we frame him. We know that he's looking over there. We frame him at the rule of third here. We can look at the speaker head already. Then we can look at his eye and then look at where his audience is. So usually when a speaker talk, we will frame it this way. Okay, using the rule of third. So same thing here, big event, one event here, and then the minister is standing here. So as you can see, he is more standout, right? Same thing, we are using the rule of third. Even though, okay, he is tall, that's why we notice him more. But a lot of time, even if he's not, if the person is not tall, right, we will still want to frame it a little bit. We want to frame this character here at this rule of third. First thing, we want him to stand out, right? So we'll find a way when you're framing the character, we'll find a way that he will be, maybe, for example, let's say he's the same level as the rest, he will probably blend into the crowd already, right? So what we want to do is that probably we'll find an angle that he's slightly he slightly break apart from the group a little bit. Then we will frame it at this rule of third here so that to make him stand out. So this is another way if we want that character to stand out. For this case here, because he's tall, so and then we frame in such a way that he looks bigger than the rest. So then one look audience, when you look at this picture, he will be noticed of. Right, imagine he's being framed in the center or at the corner of it, right? Right, then we wouldn't notice that much. See, for example, here, one look, you can see him rather than him, this army officer here, right? Is just naturally how framing our eyes are being led to. So these are the four corners. First thing first, when we look at the picture, and then slowly our eyes will lead to these four corners. So this is that's why it's called the rule of third. It's very important for framing. So whatever you want audience to keep notice of, we'll frame it around here. As you can see, even though he's huge, he's bigger than the rest. In terms of size in the frame, he's bigger than the rest, but we will still notice this minister rather than the officer. Okay. So same thing, rule of third. We want everybody to look at the big screen there. So that's why it's being framed. Sorry, that's why it's being framed at the corner there. Okay. So next will be same thing here, right? Is applying the same rules. Okay. So now we're gonna move into moving cameras. Okay. So here. So as you can see, the things being break down from framing to composition and now to moving. So we are slowly going from photography a little bit into editing already. So here are some example like this. We all watch show. One look you will definitely be familiar with, right? This is a zoom. We call it a zoom, right? You will be zooming in or zooming out. Okay, so this is a zoom in here, right? This another moving cameras. We call it a pan. So it will be either a pan left or pan right. Okay. Later, I'll explain more why all this thing is being used in movies or in TV shows. So this is a pan left or pan right. So this is tilt up and tilt down. So familiar, right? I think everybody watched show before, right? So this is a tilt up and tilt down. Okay, then here, so why do shows use all this? It's actually really to introduce a situation or a subject, right? So the starting frame is always to introduce the current situation, right? Current occasion or what is things happening. Then at the end frame is always used to emphasize on what we want to show the audience. For this, for some cases where maybe you are on the you're framing a character, right, talking, then suddenly there's a noise, like another character step in and shout, right? Then we will use a pen to lead the audience to the next thing that's going to happen, right? So this is the purpose of it, right? In the start frame, introduce the situation, right? For example, just now my example, one character A is talking, and then character B comes in and interrupt. So then I will introduce the interrupt characters when I do a pan, then followed by the next shot, right? Why does he interrupt, right? Then this is called editing already, okay? So here, this is why we use Zoom. So some example of why do we use Zoom, okay? Like this case, Indiana Jones, right? We will want to slowly pull the audience into looking at these artifacts, right? That's very important. What is this? And then the character acting is like, oh, wow, this is really nice, right? So this is the purpose of using Zoom also, to really like zoom in, to let the audience slowly going in, to let the audience feel that there's something that I want to zoom in feels important. Okay. Next, we'll be doing a pan. Definitely pan is always to kind of establish the area or establish what's the character going to do next, or, or or from one point to the other point. So for example, this case is that this kid is running to buy some stuff or running to somewhere. So we will actually do a pan to really establish the audience, like, okay, these kids are running. Where are they run to? And then we pan to the end, and then we establish where are they going, right? Okay, so this is why we use pan. And then tilt up and down, right? This for this case, this example, okay, you can feel, right, once you look at this moving cameras shot, you will feel that it's kind of like have a feeling of the end of the show already, or maybe this cat is leaving to somewhere already. So tilting up to sky is actually to give the audience some this kind of emotion feel to it. If it's tilting down, maybe you're on the top of the building and then you're tilting down, right? So that will give a different feel already, right? So that will give that the characters looking. He's in the city area. He's looking down, right? Imagine you are. Let's say I have a shot that I'm standing in HDB flat, then I'm panning down. So imagine you watch this show, you will have the feeling that, hey, this character is looking down. I think maybe he's going to do something next, right? Right. So I don't say much, and probably you have that feel already. Like usually when in drama series, when you watch this kind of angling down, you know that something, maybe the character is going to do something, gonna jump off the building or what, right? As also like if let's say I am in a nice maybe in a nice let me see, maybe in Marina Bay Sand, at the top of the Marina Bay Sand, right, if I am using my camera and I actually tip down, right, that will give a different feel, right? That will give that, wow, it's a nice place, wow, look at the nice city. Okay, so that we will use tip to, because you're on a higher ground, and then we'll use tip to slowly establish to the audience where they are, right? And then that will give different feeling. So these are tips that we use to give different kind of feeling. Okay. So like for example here is also one of the example about tilting down. So tilting down could be also like what you see here. It could be like such a afternoon sky, and then we slowly tilt down to see this character, and then the character starts to introduce himself. Okay, so this is another example that I want to show you what the tilt is being used for. Okay, so now we will add another the last part of it already for the first part of our webinar. So we'll be touching on resolution. So this I have a cheat sheet that before that, you guys, when you guys scan, right, you will have all this information about ratio and stuff is useful for you, and it will be in the Google Drive that for you to take home. So this resolution aspect ratio, what does it what it is, right? So basically, let me touch on the first point. So what is resolution? For everybody to know, no matter what your TV screen nowadays, last time slightly different. Last time using the very, very old days, right, using the CRT tube TV, right, the box TV, that is using different kind of resolution in terms of like how is using light instead of what now digitally is all using pixel. So what do we mean by resolution? So as you can see in this picture, right? No matter what, your handphone, your TV screen is all using pixel. If you really zoom in close, if let's say you have your handphone, you have a picture, right? You try to zoom in close, right? Or maybe with your handphone, right, your screen, if you use a magnifying glass, you watch closely, right? It's actually made up of very, very small little dots in your phone that have colors in it. So if you really use magnifying glass, you watch closely. So each dot is actually 1 pixel, which helps to generate different colors. So what I mean by that is that that's why, right, in a lot of digital resolution, if you zoom in closer, right, you will see, like if you in your handphone, you take a picture, you zoom in closer, you see the picture start to get like very boxy here, like what you see here. Here is actually zooming off here. So every box have different color, and then once you look from far, it is actually made this color made up to become this image here, right? So every color, we call it 1 pixel. So one box here, we call it 1 pixel. So as you can see here, right, this corner here is really, really very close up. But if you look from far, it's actually at this corner here, right? So every pixel, this is called pixel. So every pixel has different color, and then you get a lot of pixel, it will form a picture. So this is what we call resolution, right? For example, here is 4 by 4 pixel, right? So later on, I will touch on why do we need to like break down into this manner. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 4 pixel by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is 2 by 2 pixel, right? 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then this is 1 pixel, right? So why do we break down into this is that let's go back to, or maybe go back here. So like, let me illustrate. So for example, this picture here, right? As you can see, it's like 4032 pixel by 3024 pixel. So this number is actually telling you that this area here consists of 4032 pixel, and this area here consists of 3024. So like what we learned last time in primary school, length times breadth equals the area, right? So that's why this whole thing is made up of this. This is just to tell you the length and breadth, but if you times, you can find the area, how many total pixel there is, right? So 4000 meaning that really very, very small pixel made up piece, align them in a line to form the length of this, right? Okay, so this is why we mean by resolution. So why is it important, right? So that to know that how many pixels is it. Also, different different, like for example, TV, handphone. If you are into social media, right? Instagram have different resolution. So like you want to post a picture, right? Or post a reel, or post a video. They will have different resolution. Yeah, often you will see when you want to post Instagram and stuff. Although things are very automated, but some of the software that you use will ask you about what do you want, like is it a 720 by 576, right? Or 1920 by 1080. So these are actually the pixel number. Okay, so different. This is also, this is to tell you that this, like for example, 640 and 480, right? This is this is a very old, quite old resolution, right? It's during our before all this smart TV come about, right? So we are actually watching things in very square resolution, right? So here are some more information. So for example, 720 by 480 is actually in this region, right? These are all broadcast video formats. Okay, so something to let you know of, but you don't have to memorize it. So like for example, 1280 by 720 is around this size. Okay, then so here as an example, like previously broadcast TV, these are the areas that they use. Like for example, just now here you see NTSC, PAL, HD, right? So meaning that these are the areas that they use. So PAL. So when I'm doing TV shows, right, that's why we need to know this so that we can cater for different country. So some of the PAL, for example, PAL, they are using 720 or 576. If you, for example, here 640 by 480, right? It's roughly around there. So meaning by, if you're looking at PAL 720 by 576, right? It's roughly around a little bit squarish a little bit, right? But some country like like for example here they use NTSC here, the green areas, right? The west side they use NTSC. So when I'm doing TV show, in order to cater for both region, right? What we usually do, just something to share with you about what we do for TV for shows, right? What we usually do is that, imagine it is a landscape, right? That where the the green region uses a much more lengthier framing, but in the orange region it uses a much more square one, right? So what we will do is that we will place the square one, right? We'll place the square one inside here so that we can cater for both region. So if a character walks in, right, then we will try to let whatever thing's gonna happen be in this area so that later on we can still broadcast to the western side. Okay, something for you all to know. Okay, anyway, let's move on to so these are all the aspect ratio for you to take note. So from here derive, if you calculate the ratio, you will get the ratio which is 16 by 9, which is actually 1920 by 1080. Okay, so once you have the pixel already, you calculate the ratio, you'll get this ratio, right? So this 1:1, which is square, 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is actually this 720 by 576, okay? So then it's 3.2, 4.1. So this is something for you to know. So as for us here, I have in the cheat sheet here, you have all this resolution for you to know, to reference to. If let's say you forgot about the numbers already, you can go back here and reference, right? So for our phone, as you can see here, it's 9 by 16, but actually this one is 16 by 9. It's actually the same. It's just landscape and portrait. Okay. So there's something for you to understand with. So what are these? Like for example, 16 by 9. If the 16 by 9 is in landscape in your phone, it will frame this way. But actually this and this ratio is actually the same. Okay, 16 by 9 and 9 by 16 is actually the same. And then the resolution is also the same. Okay. So it's this all this information is in the cheat sheet. You can go and download and then take home with so that you can reference to next time. So no matter what, for our framing, right, it's really if you're in doubt, no worries, because now a lot of handphone TVs all use 16 by 9. Okay, if you're in doubt, just go 16 by 9, which is 1920 or 1080. Okay, so if you're in doubt, use this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now we are still okay. We have some time. I would like everybody to have some fun activities after hearing me talk for so many information, right? So probably I want to have some fun activity for you guys so that you can at least put back some info, whether you are right or wrong, or if there's any question you can ask later. So everybody, please help me to scan this QR code here so that you'll go to this activity. Let me stop share first. Sorry. Let me prepare the activity up. Okay. Oh, wow. Wait. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, wow. Everybody's coming in already. Okay, let me present this. Okay, let's give a while. Okay, how many participants? 29. Okay, let's wait for a little while. Maybe another half a minute more or 1 minute more before we start. So do scan. Are you guys able to scan? Maybe I share the screen again. Let me share again. Okay. Whoever haven't got a chance to scan again. Yeah, scan and join. Yeah. So these are one fun activity to kind of like let y'all try it out, test y'all out what you have learned. Okay, let's switch to the other share. Yeah. Let me. How many? 58 already. Good, good, good. 59 already. Let's do a last share on the QR code. Scan again if you want to join in. I'll wait maybe another little while more. Okay, let's stop share. Then let's go back to the fun activity. Okay, cool. So everybody ready? Okay, let's play this activity. Okay, cool. Let's go. So answer fast to get more points. So look at this phone. What type of shot it is? You have 15 seconds to answer it. 2, 1. Time's up. Who got it right? Wow, good. So a lot of people pay attention. Okay, good, good, good. So let's go to the next one. So now who is ranking? Okay, this is the first one. The time of you getting the answer correct also will be putting into your grading. Okay, cool. Now is Niam is fastest. Next, question 2. Let's go. So what type of shot is this? Long shot, lower shot, medium shot. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Let's look at. Wow, that's great. That's good. That's good. Let's see who's the fastest. Oh, this time around, the ET is the fastest. Always Niam. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question. Question 3. Okay, let's go. So what type of shot is this? Establishing shot, fast shot, gigantic shot. This one a little bit tricky. But if you all pay attention, you all will know what is this. Yes! Wow, nobody chose gigantic shot. Okay, cool. Let's see who is now leading. Wow, ET, is he really ET from other planet? That's why he can press so fast. Oh no, Jane is the fastest. Sorry, ET. Okay, last question. See who can win. Okay, ready? Must press fast. Then you can win. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what type of shot is this? Big shot, medium shot, long shot. Time's up. Oh, good. lot of people got pay attention. Okay, let's see who's the winner. Wow, J winner. Yay. Give her a round of applause. Okay, cool. Hope you guys like these activities. Okay. So let's stop share first. We will maybe now we will take, I think we'll take a 5-minute break now, so that I have one more activity. Then we will see whether later on I have enough time because I got still second part to cover. So let's take a break first. 5 minutes, right? Okay. Hope everybody is back. Okay. So let's move on to our second part of this webinar, video editing. So in the beginning, it's all about framing composition, how you're gonna like frame up shots, how you're gonna frame up moving cameras, right? How you're gonna do moving cameras and stuff, right? So it's all talking about individual shots of a show, or maybe for your case, you want to edit an event. So you will go to an event and then you will capture all these first, like we call it shots, so shot by shot. So maybe you're going for NDP, for example. So like what you learned in the first part will be go probably in the beginning you want to capture establishing shot of NDP. So you capture the whole audience, where the performance will be and where are you all. Then maybe the second establishing shot, you want to go closer, like who is going to NDP together with you, right? So you want to capture. But in this case, same thing like what we have touched, what I have touched just now is that you maybe you go with a family, but you want to let the picture later on, whoever looking at it, to know you are at the NDP parade, and then you want to establish the background more than the person they are going with also, right? So you will probably group them together, then you will kind of like squat down and then angle up to see the whole parade there, or maybe the whole audience there. So then next will be like going close up already. You will go close up with whoever talking, smiling. Then you will go close up with the parade, the army tank coming in, Apache flying over, go close up, right? Then later on, after that got fireworks, right? So after that, then we will come to the next part, which is the second part, will be kind of like once you bring home all these shots, then now is the time to kind of like put them together. Okay, like maybe you want to establish the place first. So where are you? Or the establishing shot, then going close up. Then maybe at the midpoint you want to establish again. It's like wow, fireworks, wow, a lot of fireworks. Then fireworks maybe I want to go close up again with maybe your family members, their reaction, their emotion, right? So then this is what we come once you bring back home, you kind of put it together. Okay, so don't worry about editing. So this webinar actually we are using one app called Quick. Later I'll touch on that. It's a very easy way to use. It's a very easy app to use, right? Later on you'll know. Okay, so anyway, let's touch on a little bit about some knowledge I want to share with you all about video editing. Okay. So what is video editing? So there's two things that you need to take note for beginners, okay? Which is juxtaposition, right? And montage. So what is juxtaposition? So it is film editing techniques of combining two or more shots to evoke an idea or state of mind. Like just now what I talked through, like if you're going NDP, you place them together, you want to lead the audience to like, you go to NDP, this is NDP parade. Then slowly into I go with my family. So you piece them together to evoke an idea or evoke a state of mind, right? Or or to tell about an event, right? Like you piece them together in a series, right? So like from point one, NDP, then I go with my family, right? But what is a montage? So montage is also a series of shot putting together, but now is juxtaposition of two shots, but commonly refers to juxtaposition of multiple shots depicted an event often in stretched or condensed time. So basically, there's no storytelling at all. There's no flow. This is what we call montage. Wherever you're going, whatever you want to show, is just randomly show image to show the event, right? So and unlike just now I talk about like in the beginning is if you're going for NDP, you want to show establishing and show who are you going with, what parade come next to next, fireworks, and then your family, emotion, right? There's a flow to it. Unlike montage is like really images syncing to music to form that series of event happening. So, okay, so these are the two differences that I want to share with you, and then I want you to have this knowledge with, right? Definitely, juxtaposition is how we usually watch show already, right? When we watch movie, so you slowly lead the audience to the thing they want to tell. So, for example, here, let's watch this together. Okay.
Now the third way is
Sorry.
Now the third way is what one might call pure cinematics, the assembly of film, and how it can be changed to create a different idea. Now we have a close-up. Let me show what he sees. Let's assume he saw a woman holding a baby in her arms. Now we cut back to his reaction to what he sees, and he smiles. Now what is he as a character? He's a kindly man. He's sympathetic. Now, let's take the middle piece of film away, the woman with the child, but leave his two pieces of film as they were. Now we'll put in a piece of film of a girl in a bikini. He looks, girl in a bikini, he smiles. What is he now? The dirty old man. He's no longer the benign gentleman who loves babies. That's the difference. That's what film can do for you.
Or you for it, as it were.
So, so this is a very good example, right? It's really very different feeling that you'll get, right? The first one is like, wow, this is a kind man, right? Wow, he looks like the child, wow. Then if you swap it with bikini girl, it's like really, oh wow, this is dirty woman. So it's a very good example to show you what is this juxtaposition, right? Just to place together a series of shots to kind of like evoke ideas, to let people think about it, which is often used in movies and shows, right? Okay. So next here is two example of montage, right? Montage again is, I touch back again, is like a series of things happening, right? You want to bring you to an event, so a series of things happening. Okay. Wait, sorry, I'm reading some okay. Okay. So here are montage here. Example of montage. So probably to save some time, I won't play everything, but as you can see already through this montage editing, you can feel that, oh, okay, this person is going to these places, and then this is a series of events happening. Okay, so this is what we call montage. Another quick example, right? I wouldn't play the whole video, right? Okay, so I won't play the whole thing, but it's, same thing, but this is even cooler, right? Or the first one is much more like much more pro, where you can see the whole scenery. Not say much more pro, as in can it's much more cleaner. But it's really to tell you a series of events happening. But the other one, they add in with more like graphics coming in to kind of like give much more different feel to the whole edit. So both have different feeling, right? So these are what we call montage. And for you guys, right? I mean, we are beginners. We are not doing TV shows, right? Definitely, we want to learn this. Editing is more for event, right? When you go out, for a party and stuff, right? So for us, we will be going. Later on, you guys will learn how to do this montage, right? A quick way to do this montage, okay? Unless you want to really go into filmmaking already, right? Actually, now for our handphone, right? You can actually do a film already. Like for example, there's this short film that's done using Apple iPhone also, right? So so really it's for you more of, let's say you want to go into this film, you can actually try it out. That will be later on when I go into the quick app, right? If those that wanted to try out some really kind of storytelling editing, right? Basically the functions and everything is the same in the app. You just need to base on your kind of storytelling gut feel, like what you want to establish out. Then you can actually shift these shots out to piece together to a show. Like just now, the juxtaposition, that example, right? You can do a short show about a dirty old man, right? Maybe you can joke around with your friends, right? Take the friends to reaction and put a bikini girl there, right? So anyway, two examples of montage. So what is editing? A simpler term would be like juxtaposition is cutting and combining different photos and videos. Then will give you different impression for audience, right? Mainly for storytelling, you want to tell a story. Like now we watch a lot of TikTok, right? The character is talking, then suddenly he's like, oh, I have an idea. Then it cut to he's doing the stuff. Or maybe those TikTok influencer doing baking cake and stuff, right? So probably in the beginning he will be like, I don't know what to do, and today you're establishing that, then suddenly he's like, oh, I have an idea. Then you cut, then you show close up of him buying flour, buying sugar, and then you cut to close up of his kitchen, right? All the flour throw, then start to make the cake already, and then you cut to ta finish. So this is juxtaposition also where you place a series of stuff to tell a story. But unlike montage, it's a really very series of stuff happening, tying together with a music tempo, right? To show that the event is happening, but without any flow of story. Okay, so montage will be cutting and combining many photos or videos to show an event or process. Okay, so this is the same link that I shared just now to download all the cheat sheet, the materials that you can take home with. There's a cheat sheet where where there's diagram to tell you to recap again what is close up, what is medium shot, what is far shot, angling, establishing rule of third, right? Followed by the aspect ratio, right? There's a cheat sheet there for you to kind of like take home with. If you want to refer back, you can refer back. Then inside there's also like two links for you to find out more if let's say interested in doing editing and stuff. Then the last one will be the quill slides where so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me off my phone first. I'm worried distract you. Okay. So the last one will be the slide where the next thing that I'm going to touch on, which is this quick app by GoPro, right? It's a very easy to use editing app. Okay. Oh, let me take the link first. Sorry. I post it here, so can help me share to them. Okay, let's go back. Okay, here. Okay, cool. Let's go before that. Okay, so here are the link here. Then this is another link for all the videos. It's actually in the slides, right? Once you get the first link here, if you download the quick slides, the second page will have this link also. You can click in to later on view all the short video demo that you can take home with. Okay, wait, I got a message here. Would you mind taking the Q&A question as chat was disabled? Can. Later on, I'll just read through the Q&A and then I will answer the question. Okay. So let me move on with the next thing that we are going to share with you guys about this app here. Quick intro. Okay, I will just basically run through all the interface, what you will be, what this app has, touch on the important stuff. Then I will move on to the video demo. I'll explain more there. So you guys just follow along first. If you got any question, I will try to answer as much as I can for this app. Okay. So there's two versions here. If I think currently will be all the new one, right? Just in case you get the old one. So the previous one is it looks something like on the right side, but the new one looks something like the current one, okay, which is the left side one, this one. Okay. Also share with us your email contact. Oh, okay, can later I will. So let's move on. I want to go slightly a little bit quick with all this how the app works and what are the interface. Then I want to quickly show you the videos, right? So that we can have some question later on. So quick is subscription based. It's free to use. When you subscribe, then you will have more function. But it's enough. The free version is enough for you to do a quick edit already. Okay. So there's a new version, right? So this quick is by GoPro. So it can work both Android and Apple. Okay. It detects faces and quick moments. So a lot of stuff is being automated. That's why it's easy to use. Okay. So here, this is our main page here. I think once you have this click download, this app downloaded, right, you will need to go in and then go and play around with it. Don't worry that you click the wrong thing and stuff. Don't worry. Just that if you see money, $ subscription, don't go and click and subscribe. Can already. That's the most important thing. You need to take note. right? But follow along the slide, you should be able to know how to do it. There is also a lot of YouTube videos, tutorials about this app that you can go and do some finding, do some research also, right? If let's say you find this tool useful, but it's really useful, very easy to use, right? So like the next page will be like, for example, here, as you can see, this one will be the main page. Then if you want to go editing, you click you see the studio, that is being highlighted, you click the studio one, then you will go editing already. And then here will bring, often you'll pop up this one, you just click try for free, okay. Unless you really pro at it already, then you want to get more function, then you go and subscribe, okay. So next slide will be like create. Okay, so quick will be enables you to create an album, easy, organized. You can choose video and photo to add into. Also edit, highlight, and focus moment. That one all automated. You only need to choose your photo, and then later on you can adjust accordingly. Okay, step by step. Later on, once I play the demo video, you will understand again. Okay. So then next one will be touching on. So this one I just touch a quick go. Because it's in the slide, you guys can download the slide and then go and play around with it. So what here is all indicated here, because a lot of time apps is like very graphical. You don't know what the function is, but at least with this slides, right, you can kind of guess what the button is. Like here we explain a little bit. Here is like edit, right? So every photos or every videos that you put in, right, you can click it and then edit mode. Edit mode means that shot, you can do whatever things you want to do with it. Okay, so then you can add more. So this button is to add more videos, photos to it, rearrange and stuff. There's much more stuff to do, like edit. You can choose music, you can set the length of the video, even the video format ratio, or even add photos and videos. Okay, then there will be timeline. We mean by the whole duration of your editing clip. Okay, then there's edit style. We will go a little bit part by part into it later on in a few slides below. Then there's music. The icon says itself music. You can choose music. Music, mostly the music inside are royalty free. If you want to use your music, I think for personal use should be fine. But try, if you want to do any commercial one, I try to be careful with copyright issue. Okay, make sure that it's really royalty free. So then here is duration, meaning that you can go there and then edit the whole length of the clip that you're editing clip. And then format, which is what we just now touched on about aspect ratio. Okay, so let me go a little bit quicker, because let me touch on a point. Once you see the video, you understand. Okay, so trim. The word says itself, edit start point or end point of the clip, so you can trim it up. There's different kind of mode. So a lot of the function here, the tools here in Quick, right, it is very automated. So that's why it's easy to use. You don't have to worry that much. So for us, when we do editing, right, the normal way of doing editing is really very, very a lot of steps you need to do, right? If you want to do a show, right, you need to adjust the shot, right, the length, add in music, maybe I want to kind of like put some more effects to it. All this very nitty-gritty one. For this app, it's really a lot of things automated. They try to make just a few steps for you only, which means that if you're going to trim it, right, there's actually auto, menu, and highlight version for you to choose from. Auto, that means the Quick will automatically have to do it. Menu, you can really go into adjusting it just like editing already, editing the clip already. Highlight means that you can pinpoint certain part of your edit that you feel you want to highlight to, and then you click OK, it will help you automatically highlight to it. Okay, then there's high and light, which set highlight points or auto edit. What does it mean is that if you pinpoint a character face, right, then it will help you to move your like for example in edits, right, if you have a picture, right, you want to like pan or move the framing to frame my head. For example, from big one, I want to like zoom in to my face. If you just click the head, highlight the points at the head, right, then you will know that that is the point you want to highlight, then you will zoom into it. Okay. Then frame, crop, rotate, select videos, right? Framing, that means you can crop or rotate the videos, right? And then filter or apply color filter on the video, right? So filter is applying all the colors filter. I think this is uh quite common nowadays really with TikTok and Instagram. Okay. Okay, wait, let me quickly close my window. Sorry, because wow, here got a lot of construction, a lot of airplanes flying around. So sorry. Okay, so add text. So next will be speed. So meaning by the if certain shots you want faster, slower, this is what I mean. So you can give the shot faster or make it slower. Then volume, the word says itself, you can adjust the clip volume. Maybe one of the shots that one of the video that you captured while the environment very noisy, like what I did just now, go and close the window, right? Here you can lower down the volume because you want the music to stand out more than the person talking behind. Okay, so you can lower down the volume or maybe the environment noise, right? Like when you take video, you record what's going on. So maybe bus run and stuff, you don't want that to appear in your edit. You can go down and lower down the volume with each individual shot. Okay, so mainly once you click every individual shot, you can do all these things to it. Okay. So then you can add text, you can put text in it. We don't have to worry how the text is going to fly in and stuff, right? It's all automated. You just need to type the things that you want to say. Okay. Then there will be manual adjust color and brightness. So just make the color more vibrant, or maybe make the color less bright or maybe dark. Okay. So then next will be this one, is what we call in Quick, there's theme. So let me quickly explain that. So once you open up already, you want to edit already, first thing first is, later I'll show video demo. First thing first is that you want to select all the shots and all the videos that you want to put in, right? So you just go to your photo library, click, whatever you want, and then you click OK, everything will be in the edit and everything laid out nicely for you. So you don't have to worry about like going in how to move each individual shot to get in sync with the music, right? All this automated for you in Quick. Okay. So then how they kind of manage, how this app help you out with different kind of feel, is where you can choose different kind of theme. So there's all this theme here that you can choose from to give you different feeling of the event, right? So you can select to feel whether this theme suits this event that you're going or not, right? So it's just a simpler click. Okay. First, load all images, all photos, all videos in to the edit. Once okay already, choose your theme, and then you're actually done already. You're just left with putting in text, or maybe adjust certain things that you don't like the theme that suggests the theme that suggests to you. Okay, so so this is what we mean by the theme. There were different auto graphics, work with different music beat and duration, and set overall pacing. Okay. Then there's music to let you choose from, like just now what I mentioned. Right, there's quick music library that you can use, right? It's royalty free. Some you need to pay. Then there's My Music, which is your own handphone music that you can choose from, right? Okay, so once you click this, it's just use the plus sign to add music. Okay. Or you can basically don't put music also, you can off the music, right? Which is just now, as you can see in the picture, there's a no music icon there, just click no music. Okay. So this is one of the function that the Quick app help you to automate a lot of stuff. Like definitely now whatever we do the edit, we want to post in social media, right? Instagram. I don't think they have TikTok, but it's actually the same. So in Instagram, in Reels, and in TikTok, it's actually limited to 1 minute, right? So when you come to here, the duration, right? Once you click the duration icon, it'll bring you to this page where you can click the Instagram icon, which it will help you to everything. Once you click, it will automate for you, everything cut down to 1 minute. So all the music, how the picture flow, how the montage comes in, how the text comes out, all will have you automated, and then you keep to 1 minute. Okay, you keep to Instagram uploading Reels duration. Then suggest the next button will be suggest by Quick based on given video. So Quick is smart enough to look at your picture, look at your video. Then it will based on the theme and then try to it will suggest one edit for you, one length for you that they feel is nice. Is nice based on what they have. They will suggest to you. Then you see whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, then you choose accordingly. Then the music button here, once you click it, right, it will be more go towards the music beat. Every time there's a beat, change photo. Beat, change. You go according to the music beat. So these are the three auto function that this Quick app help you with. If you don't have this, if you're doing really industry editing, wow, it's crazy on it. You really have to like one shot adjust accordingly. The music, the time, you have to listen to the whole music first, plot out where the beat, this is the beat is. Okay, then you need to know what, like if let's say I'm editing for a wedding event, right? Then I will know the music is this beat. Then I need to know this beat already. I need to change the picture. Maybe this beat I want to zoom in. All is hands-on have to do for industrial editing. But for now, they come out with this easy app. It's all really automated, very easy to use. Okay, so let me quickly touch on more. So then the next one will be the format, which we touched on in part 1, the resolution, right? So like in dub, just now we say in dub use 16:9, right? So 16:9 will be a whole phone lens portrait size. Okay, so these are all the resolution you can choose from. You don't have to worry what you can do a landscape. What you need to know is just the icon, a landscape or a portrait. Then just use 16:9. Okay, because once you use 16:9, if you go to Instagram, right, when you load, right, they will auto help you to correct to their Instagram format or TikTok format. Okay. Wait, let me see the chat is there. Okay, wait. Okay, cool. So this one will be the format. And then when you, sorry, let me look at, okay. So once you edit already, you will actually save in this library here. Whatever you edit will be saved here. Then you can go back here to click to view again, or to click view and then to edit again. Okay. Then you can name them according to your event already, what you like. Okay, so this Quick, once you edit already, you put in they call it the studio, where they will put all your edited clip there. You can delete them away or you can keep them, right, for later on to export in different format or go back to edit again. Okay, so these are okay. Don't worry about seeing all this like text and stuff. Right, it's like, oh, crazy! I got so many text and what to click. Right, don't worry about that. Whatever you do when you want to share it out to the to social media or save it to your phone, right? Just go with this step, okay. First will be click to save, export out or save out the phone, right? Then second, you will go to the settings here. Once you go to the setting, just follow these two format and then you'll be safe. Okay, don't worry about the rest. Like just now 180 by 1920 by 180, which is 16:9. If you recap back. So just choose this 16:9, H.264. Don't worry about the rest. This is video quality. don't worry about all these things. Actually, this is the kind of a much more light file and easy to upload for all your social media one, right? So this format is most recommended. Okay, use this. Okay, let me see what's next. Then you can click save to photo. Once you've done all this setting already, click save to photo. It will put into your photo album, and then you can share out from there. Okay. So now I think we don't go into question first. Let me quickly go into the, sorry, wait, let me see. Let me quickly go into the Padlet link that I shared with you guys just now. Stop share first. Let me show you a few videos before we go into questions. Okay, as you can see here, right? I just click this one for a quick look what you will come up with.
I never made it, but I know I did. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist.
Okay, so basically you see like, wow, how to do it's like, wow, there's so many things flying around and the picture so nice, zoom in, zoom out, how to do actually very easy. So anyway, here got two version, right? Version, sorry, two Android and ISO. Then you can take a look how to go about. First step is to choose the image. So I think I'll just play one. You guys have the link, you can go and take a look how it's being done. So here, let me expand it out. Like you can see for Apple, right? So once you are here in the app, then you click the studio, then you can create and edit. Okay, once you're opening up already, go to choose from phone or whatever you want. If you're cloud, then you go to your Google Cloud and stuff. Anyway, now the next step, I am actually choosing my photos that I want or videos that I want. So yeah, swapping through my phone, looking at what's nice to put in. Then I was like, hey, where's the food that I eat that day? Then search. It's like, oh, wait, coming. Sorry, this one. I have sometimes finding it. Yeah, then it's like, this food I want to show. Okay. Then next is to create my edit. Press. Then so once you click, the editing is all done already, all automated. So the only thing that you need to do is to later on, maybe you want to add a text or maybe certain image you don't want to show so long, you want to cut it a little bit shorter, right? Then you can go about doing that. Okay, then this is the first step. Once you're done, actually you're kind of like 80% there already. You just need to put in your text already. If let's say you are not familiar with maybe you in the beginning you're a bit worried about all these buttons and stuff, right? Actually you can type in your text, then you can save it out already. Okay, but anyway, there's more here that you can take a look. That's when you're free, right? You can here is like a video style, which just now what I mean. Okay, sorry, let me replay again. So here's a video style. So once you, let me pause here. Once you put in all your pictures already, right? And then, actually I can go full screen now. Okay, and then did you see that below it clicks the theme? So once I go into theme, I can choose different kind of. Right. Then, see? It's actually the same thing, but in different theme already. So you can pick the theme you want. It's different feel, right? So you can pick the thing that you want, all automated. Okay. So let me see what else to share, because I also want to leave some time for some questions. Actually the title says itself that you can go and take a look, choose music. We actually show you how to choose music, create timeline, which is important, video format. I think these are disable GoPro. Probably you'll be quite confused. What is that? Right? I mean, free to use. They want to put their logo there. So this show you how to remove away their logo. They allow you to do that. Right. Then let me see any important video that I want to show. The video needs some explanation. I think no. I think most of it is quite straightforward. Let me pick one. Edit, create text within timeline. Let me click two more. Timeline and duration plus video format. Tools, stream filter, text and duration. Okay, I will just let's watch the text one. So like you can pick this one, then you go in, then you can start to type it. Okay, but before that, is if you don't know where this one to go, right? If you look at my if you don't know where this one to go, if you look at my slides, right, I'll point what are they, what are the buttons is, right? If you want text, right, then you go to the button there, then you click it, it will bring you to here. Okay. Anyway, like click, go in, then click text, start to type really. For now, when I show you videos, it will be a little bit confusing. You definitely have to hands-on and then go and play around with it, plus watching the video, plus. So all is automated already. So the moving, the graphics, everything, the text move, all is automated already. Because it's fully easy to use and a lot of stuff is automated. A lot of the, like for example, if you say that this text I don't like the way it comes out this way, can I change? I think if you go into that detail, I think you won't be able to change it, because they want to make it easy for user to use. That's why they only let you to choose certain different kind of moving graphics. They don't let you to go into details and then change how the timing of the words appearing, right? They only let you choose different kind of text coming out. Okay, so last of all will be saving out. Let me see. I think once you see this, the duration, let's watch one more of the duration. How are you going to edit the duration? Like all the shots that you bring in, or the videos that you bring in, now once you click, everything goes in already, then you choose the thing that you want, you will go into here already. So every pictures that you bring in will become that kind of that icon here. So then you can, from there, if you want to change the duration here, you can click. I go back again. Sorry. Click edit, then you choose the click edit, then you will choose the clock icon. So once you click the clock icon, then you notice this one just now I show you one. You already you can go into like which one that you like more, or Instagram, or you want to go max out. Okay. So I think I won't play this for long. I want to save some time for questions. Okay, let me look at the question. Wait, let me look at this one. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me quickly answer some question here. I think I'll start from the last one. How long can we access this palette? I think I can. We will leave it there for people to access. Okay. Does Quick has a window version? Let me see. I think yes. If I'm not wrong, yes. But they try to focus more on handphone because they are actually want to target more on people using handphone. I think the Windows one it will be kind of like a little bit more complicated to use. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me see any other question. How would we know if it's royalty free for Quick? Whatever inside when you choose the music from Quick, it is royalty free. Whatever you choose out of this app, right? Because what the app does is that they purchase all this music, right? They buy from they ask people to make the music, they buy from them, and then put it in so that everybody can use and there's no issue with copyright. Okay, but if you want to use outside from Quick One, right, then you need to check. Okay. Okay, here's the question. Quick app only free for 1 week, must pay after that. The editing, the editing, you are allowed to edit. Right, the 1 week one I think is let you to try their subscribe function and subscribe tools and subscribe stuff. Right. But if let's say if after a week you still can edit, but for now I think let's try out first, don't subscribe first, right? In case later on they change, there's no more free already. Then you got you already subscribed already, then they know already. Something like that. So basically, don't subscribe first, just use for free first. Okay?
Yeah, Chwee Hock, Karen here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to start wrapping up really because there's other talks later. So maybe we can take questions offline. Then we can, I don't know if, have we done the feedback yet?
Oh, yeah. So last of all, can we
Yeah, so for questions, perhaps we'll take it offline. And because the time is a bit tight for this session, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me quickly okay, so here so for this is a 2-hour session, right? So there's actually a 7 hours one. If you are interested, you can
Right into the email there.
right into the
Karen
email.
_Chen.
Okay, and then next will be we'll need you guys to do a survey form here. Can you all scan and then do a survey?
All right, thank you, Chwee Hock. We hope that you have taken away some pointers and insights from this webinar. If you need guidance on your tech upskilling journey, you can sign up for the free one-to-one skills and training advisory session with SSG Skills Ambassadors. They will have a conversation with you to understand your needs and objectives. It could be a new skill that you're looking for to enhance your employment prospects or for your career transition plans, and share with you the relevant information. These include course search and recommendations, types of assistance schemes and funding, SkillsFuture credit, and other resources on My SkillsFuture portal. There are 3 ways to find or contact a Skills Ambassador. Visit us at any of the locations indicated on the map. Please note the operating days and time. They will provide you with suitable course recommendations based on your career goals. Simply scan the QR code or click on the link in the chat to register, and they will reach out to you within 3 to 4 working days. We have come to the end of our session. We would appreciate if you could take a minute to fill in the feedback form by scanning the QR code. Once again, thank you for taking time to join us in our webinar. Do check out the upcoming webinars on our SkillsFuture Festival website. Goodbye.